Yeah, made up. You got such a pretty face, but I want. Tell her I'm ready, the check coming heavy. I bought them made busy, no, this ain't a Chevy. The king of my city, can't nobody check me. They know where I'm at if they coming to get me. I've been in the pocket like he's in a wallet. If you think you got it, then pull up and bet me. I'm keeping it solid. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I just pull up to the crib and then boy, if you ain't talking paper, I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the L.A. Chargers. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They'll go play action with Nix. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Kyle Van Noy. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
At the 42-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3. On the option right, Herbert. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. The Chargers at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that. And what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
Second and 10.
21.
Here's Herbert. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It's wheeled in downfield by Johnston. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's a gain of 29. And the Chargers, first down.
Herbert changing things up.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Tiger.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Mitchell will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Total toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race the ball on. And this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
The career's more at stake when you win your prime. The paper, baby, my face on the dotted line.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
And this is recovered by the Chargers. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
On first down, it's Hampton. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down and a yard. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's Hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, their offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Waddle, the motion man right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop it with authority.
15-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Herbert going to give the hand to him. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now Herbert going to change the look. Trying to run for it with Hampton. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 4th down now after a loss of 2. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career. That ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys are excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll go on the ground. Down the right sideline. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
380. Get out. Ready.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Herbert now. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score. Chargers 17. Broncos 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35.
Broncos take over first and 10. They're on the 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Nix to the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. Nix going to give to Harvey. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Again, it's Harvey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing Nix. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
And he stopped immediately there. From the 35, here's a second down and 9. To throw is Nix. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Extra point try now from Dicker. And this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more blocks.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was stamped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand up.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
They get 2 points.
they can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort with these mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Well, they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Nix. His throw incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now it's Nix. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Ladd McConkey, 57 yards. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He targets Ingram for another grab. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On the give, it's Harvey. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. A handoff, Coleman between the tackles. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Coleman And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. That's to his running back, complete. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. Complete on a deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
To the left side, he's got McConkey. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And a round is on here in this first half. Field goal. He's back out, ready to send it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At their own 29-yard line. Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. To throw, here's Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 30.
In motion right goes Sutton. Operating from the gun. Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Nix from the shotgun. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Nix to throw again. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. fourth down. Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Third and 8. Up the middle, it's Harvey. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. Lambert Smith to return it. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5.
Set.
Herbert. That's caught out right by Jennings. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
12. Ready.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Set. Ready.
Again, it's Hampton. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like it's right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Hey, 380. Go.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Crowd right.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Right side and caught by Kohler. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jennings. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in for this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
On 3rd down, here's Hampton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Chargers for first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Kill. Baylor Tiger. Set. Let's go, let's go. Hey. Set.
On the option right, Herbert. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chargers look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 51, Broncos 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays. Possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. First carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. Well, 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Broncos on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is third down and 12. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
2nd and 7. A run once more with Hampton. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 78 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. Breaks through the contact. He may go. A big play there for LA. 59 yards for him on the ground.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been a bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
At the 7-yard line.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. They do have some good news now. This one is getting close to being over, and then you try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.